Ooh, hello there. And we're talking about some new films. I got some films. So this is a huge box set. It's just an empty box. It's got 14 films on it. We did the first box set a little while ago. And I'm doing the second box set, which has some classics on here. At least as far as, I've heard from. I've heard these are classics. And I know of them. So, shall we get into the 36th chamber of Shaolin? This is considered like a classic horror. I was just talking about horror films. Chop suey, like martial arts films. Which, so I'm just looking at these stuff. I'm like, ooh, trivia. Some international versions of the films, including ones originally released in the VHS in the UK, run anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes shorter than the uncut version. Primarily removing material from the middle section of the film where Sandy received training. I mean, yeah, kinda makes sense. I mean, come on, isn't that not? You gotta be talking about some Wu-Tang, aren't you? No, nothing in the trivia. There's gotta be something in it. Whatever. Anyway, let's read this. This is the synopsis. It's spoilers, so if you have a problem with that, maybe don't watch this. All I'm gonna say is this is a pretty good film. Not my favourite, but I think because I was going in with expectations quite high, so that probably caused some problems. Let's go through the synopsis. The anti-Qing already fucked up on the first few words. The anti-Qing patriots, under the guidance of Ho Kwang Han, have secretly set up their base in Canton under the cover of being schoolmasters. Lu Yundi, one of Ho's pupils, having been inspired by his teacher's patriotism, is determined to join the anti-Qing ranks. Lu works on an espionage carrier for his fellow countrymen until the Manchu general in Canton Tianad orders his troops to round up all anti-Qing patriots. The Manchu soldiers, acting on information, surround the Ho school and kill Ho and many of his students. Later, Lu's father is also murdered by the Qing lackeys. Lu escapes to the Shaolin temple in hopes of learning martial arts with which he may avenge his father's death. The abbot of the Shaolin temple sympathizes with Lu's plight, accepting him as an inmate and giving him the name Sandy. Lu does nothing but sweep the floors for nearly a year before given permission to learn the Shaolin Kung Fu techniques, comprising of 35 chambers. Of course, as a novice, he has to start from the lowest chamber. One of the 35 chambers concerns the study of Buddhism, and the others are devoted to martial arts. Each pupil has to endure a stiff test in order to pass through any one chamber before going on to the next. In an incredible short time, Lu mastered and passed 10 chambers, specializing in the employment of fists, feet, palms, swords, sticks, lance, and other weapons. He continues to make tremendous progress in the art of Kung Fu. With the approval of the abbot, he leaves the temple and goes out into the country to not only attack the youth for training, recruit more patriotic youth for training. Meanwhile, the Qing authorities order Triandad and his troops to capture Lu and his fellow monks. In a fierce encounter, Lu, aided by Hong Xiangyong, kills many enemies, and including Tiandad. Lu and his fellow fighters then return to the Shaolin Temple, where he immediately develops the 36th chamber, which is the apex of the art of Kung Fu. The new blood, including Hong Xiang, Tong Xiangxing, Lu Ai-chi, and Kong Mi-lu, Miller 6, under the leadership of Lu, become a barb and to torment the Qing flesh. Yeah. Now, I did say, like, there's a lot of the training arc in this. And I think that's one of my main problems with this film, is that training arc is long. That training arc comprises a good portion of the film. Which, yeah, this film is fun, and I love it. But it does go on for a while. This is a long-ass film. And when you've only kind of got one main character through majority of it, yeah, it's a little bit like, really, we got... Yeah, it's like 2 hours of mostly the same character. He does recruit people near the end, but they almost don't do anything with those. And I would have liked to see a bit more of those. Like, the kind of recruitment part of it is like, oh, cool, and he's recruiting people, we're ready for battle. Oh, okay, and we're done. Out, the film's done. Okay. Bye, guys. Which, yeah, is a kind of a problem. But, like I said, I love the film. It's just... It just drag on a little bit. There's definitely stuff I'm just like, wow, this looks cool. Some cool stuff. Some sets look a little shaky. Yeah, I know. There's definitely a bit where I noticed where I was just like, oh, that map painting looks very much like a map painting. But some of the stuff, you're like, no, that's some good sets. Some sets I've recognized from other films. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they reused a lot. I'm just like, okay, yeah. You're reusing a decent amount. But yeah, the lead, so, where are we going? Which probably... Gordon Liu. Is that gonna hot? Yeah. So, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like... It is a great looking film. Just some shaky moments where I'm like... yeah, I'm just like, nah, it doesn't look great. And it does drag on a little bit. I think it could do with a bit of editing. As much as I do enjoy it, man, I could do some editing. Like, it just goes on for a while. Yeah, like, it takes over half an hour before he's, like, accepted into the temple. And then the training is, I think, a good hour? I think I'm just fast forwarding through the film here. I'm just like, yep, no, that's yeah, this is stuff that would be, in most films, would be a montage. But no, this just keeps going and going and going and going. Yeah, no, it's a good hour of training and him working his way up. Which, yeah, I think is a little bit too long. Like I said, I like this one. It's definitely a good one, but it does a little bit go on too much. And I'm just like, ugh, can we just not? Can we just get to some action, get to some fighting? You know, it's like you almost forget, like, by the time it gets out, it's like, oh, who is he getting revenge on? And like I said, I like it. It just does take a while. I was saying, there are 2 more films. I've watched one of them. The first one I know. We'll get to that. But yeah, this is a great film. I think it just goes on a little bit too long. The training stuff is good, but it's just. I'm just like, is it done? Are we done? Can we get to fighting? Can we get to going back out in the world? Like, it could do with a montage, is what I'm saying. You could do with about a montage in the middle of the film, cutting down a decent chunk of the training. But yeah, that's what I think of this film. I would recommend it. Just know it does drag a little bit in the middle, which, yeah, probably why they cut a lot of stuff from the training when they released this on VHS, because it was like, oh yeah, no, that's a long time. That takes a while. So I'm just looking at some of the stuff in here. Again, this set is amazing. If you can get this, seriously do. Honestly, these set I've watched through all of the last films, and I'm just like, I don't think there's any ones where I'm like, oh, that's terrible. So none are bad films. It's just some of these, just like, yeah. But yes, that's enough about the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Next time, we're going to be talking about the return to the 36th Chamber. So, look forward to that. But for now, I say, live long and prosper. Bye for now.